let's see where we go from here. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, this involves a gift from Muglamat, we must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest, we leave to the Dusk Watch. Okay. Well now, that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? Yeah, no more than any other adventurer. Aren't we humble now? But the matter of fact, the way you say it makes me think it's a tremendous understatement. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late, there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tanate Yawi from the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits. Not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dusk Watch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we went alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you've no objections. Right then, let's be off. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Wait, please don't tell me that was the entire cutscene. Oh my. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dusk Watch not have noticed this by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackled as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. If you would go and have a look about, I'll keep watch for trouble. As we do this in broad daylight. Just imagine if they turned this into a task of do this and not be spotted. It's funny how well this outfit works here. I love it. I was like, what are we here? Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we got a boss who can keep the dust watch off our backs. Yeah. Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them saint souls was running our crew? Ooh, okay. The drunk who bought your story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Okay. I'm pretty sure it's the leader of the Dusk Watch. I actually don't know where I'm going now. As we stealthily move in plain view of everyone. Let me out of here, you bastard. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. Oh, it's the kid. The vulture most of all. The vulture. Why does that name ring a bell? Didn't we take out the vulture in Stormblood? You tell him he can eat shit. The vulture. How about we give you a little chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. It also makes Aaronville's comment make a lot more sense. I've brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, isn't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot. How are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please. Please, I'm sorry. Bang. No bang? Oh. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions, sell it for a song. Here, your reward. And don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. So, were you able to learn anything? Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dusk Watch leaders. Yep, their leader is a man in a Dusk Watch. I'm pretty sure their leader is the leader of the Dusk Watch. That would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave they gave the bracelet to him. It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Zakoa? That's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture. Their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the recent rash of robberies in Husatahui, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though if he's that quick to point a gun on his own underlings. You're right. If we confront him with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luaten Inyawasa. I love how we just throw letters together to make a word. Meet me there and I'll explain. Couldn't they have come up with a shorter name? If we retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done bargaining and barging through the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yahihiseya, dragon-like creatures that live the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of female and heat. Need a few ingredients and a sample of their feces. I create an attractant that resembles this scent when burned. We can lure the creature into the bandit's lair, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask you to collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It'll be simply easier for me to find a specific species in the wild plants we require. Here, take this pouch. See it filled, and I'll handle the rest. And where do I find this? Oh, what is that? Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, wait. I need the droppings. I don't need the creature itself. Finished already, are we? Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibers, dry tender root, and generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's go back to Tanatanyawa. Okay, I'm noticing the bike's a lot faster than the horse. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. A fair number of appear to be gathering inside. Now's our chance. I'll keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it on the bonfire near the middle of town, and the creatures will come soon after. Let the chaos begin. I was going to say, I'm like, why are we standing right there? What's that smell? Oh, that reeks. What did you put in the fire? It wasn't me, I swear. Did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Okay, yeah, it is this guy. Okay, so it's not the leader of the Duskblades, but it's... I remember this guy. Boss? Over there? Huh? What in the world? Run for your lives! So the smoke's what drew them here. I swear when I find out who did this. I'd say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're gonna kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh, they'll hear you. Too late. Shit, who's that? Or who was that? Hey, are you gonna help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. I almost wish we broke him out first and then did this, but the hothead is going to hothead. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize. We were planning to save you. Eventually. Really? I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something? No. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture. I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one and the same. When he's not masquerading as the gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dusk Watch. Okay, so I was technically right. Thought I was an older guy. That would explain why bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I could do after you bailed me out of there, back there. I have an idea where he hid his cash. Reckon he's heading there now, too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits in Tonatenyawe, they're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect the people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by mining concerns, folks who need help to even the odds. I'm sensing a flashback. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we'd settle the matters the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did, every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. What happened? Who got brought in? Then, about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. When he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers are nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dusk Watch. And that's why you were ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was, until the guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of the town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner, and well, you know the rest. You said the Dusk Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture, then? Probably not all. No, not all of them. The Sheriff Kamaka, he's as honest as they come, a staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the chief deputies, who do you think he'd believe? He's got a valid point. Well, if he knows where this Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? I'm down. He's so fresh-faced. For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Session Springs. I guess we can decide what to do with it. Do what to do after he gives us the pitch. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils from in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel to Tuliolal and where they are sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'll trust a lackey with that business. Given the province of the peace, no, I wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Husatahui, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from the here, over to Husatawi would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for the stolen goods. And using that, we'll expose him as a criminal. Well, he hasn't seen me. There's no way to tell if Wihute is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there will be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But he won't simply feign innocence. Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to the duel. That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wiggle his way out like before. Every man, woman, and child in the wilds understands the importance of duels and the old laws. Deputy Treve would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds. But it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get to duel him with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will lose, that'll be the end of the Vulture. I don't like it. The plan's not without flaws, but what do you think? I don't like it, but I get it. I'm new here, so I'm just like, I will just be like, hey. Not even he can ignore our traditions. Once he loses, I'll have him confess to his crimes. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tenyawi, so it's possibly best if I stay and search the barrels. Then you're with me. Tell the Vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. If he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You'll want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Husatawi. Once you've got the Vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. I love how we're doing this in the middle of a dust storm. All right, then let's get to it. The Yahihikeya were likely that Shitan is doing. What's his angle? And I can't. And then there's the brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Excuse me. What is it? Ah, an unfamiliar face in these parts. You have need of the Dusk Watch, sir? I was almost robbed by this kid. What? Zakawa tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends freed from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. But, might I trouble you to take me to him? Is he with me? Yeah, he's with me. I'm just gonna skip over those. Like, I don't feel like dealing with all the... I understand it's lore, but I'm not in the mood to do some lore moments and conversations. place? I don't see him. I see. Very well, lead on. We're doing the buying of time. We should have given him some rope, as if I've, like, tied him up and then he got free. I'm sort of like, is the bomb still chasing me? Yes, it is. Or at least it was. Is this the place then? Is this some sort of joke? All of the let's keep moving. Oh, we're just trying to get him to town. Got it. This better be the place. My patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. I was gonna say greatly. Alright. And now we're gonna go directly into town. I think. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zekawa? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Not the voice I would have gone with, but okay. It works, but it doesn't. It's interesting. Because he sounds a little older.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenowetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
What's the meaning of this, Wuhute?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only 'cause I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wuhute, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it.
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give them what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Of course there's a tumbleweed that blows through.
you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, Vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go.
Okay, that's interesting. So whoever draws,
As are your friends.
quote unquote, whoever draws first.
Ha! You're not such a bad guy after all!
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the Vulture.
This is a fun little side story. That ended up being rather more complicated than expected. But all's well that ends well. Oh, finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. I think we'll end this here, because this is actually a good stopping spot. Per usual, be good to yourself.